You see, we the Tennessee Three, we continue to stand together because though their vote was racist, though their vote was to expel the two youngest black lawmakers, their attack on democracy hurts all of us, whether you're black, brown, or white. It is an assault on all of us. And so that's the thing, is that when we were expelled, there were thousands of people from all across the state, from rural counties and urban counties, black and white, of all ages, standing at that Capitol saying, we will not allow this to happen in the comfort of silence, but our democracy is too important to let them pass this extreme measure that's going to have, set a precedent for the future and harm us all.
And what Representative Jones had to say was right on the money. But the GOP obviously does not care because they are clamping down on their behavior. Take a look at this headline right here. Expelled Tennessee Democrat says GOP is threatening to cut local funding if he's reinstated. So they are so terrified, Jackson, of having that type of energy within that body that they are even threatening the very people on the local level whose job it is to determine who would fill the vacancy until there is a special election. So they not letting up. And even though what Representative Jones said is correct, that this is not just an assault on black people, this is an assault on the fabric of democracy itself in that state. It is very clear that the GOP just do not give a damn.
And if there's any way to, or rather, if there was ever a way to show that you don't have an argument, first it's expelling them. Oh, but the white woman, she stays. There's nothing to see here in that regard. But other than that, also just threatening to cut funding for the district area. Why? Because you have no argument. You just want your way, and that sends a clear message. And again, it's like it's not even over something that's controversial. The discussions go from, oh well, maybe we should raise the age from to 21. Oh, well, maybe we should just arm teachers. Maybe we should have more bullets spraying around in the classrooms. And, one of the things I was saying before we started the show is when you talk about a lot of the situations we're in, it sounds like a parody. It sounds like a comedy sketch, but it's real. And these measures are actually being passed all because gun manufacturers have to make more money than they're already making. I mean, our weapons find their ways to all the cartels that we're constantly talking bad about. We got more guns than people in this country. Like, that's why it's always crazy when people flash guns. Like, everybody got guns. That ain't special. You shoot people, you can get shot too. And that's the country that we live in.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it just really reminded me so much of the Wild Wild West. And just even the configuration of the legislature itself in Tennessee, the House of Representatives, no surprise. When it comes to Representative Justin Pearson's district, District 86, here's a look at the people that are being disenfranchised in that district. We see the population is a little over 63,000. We see the gender makeup, but look at the race makeup there. Look at that, 61% Black. It's a majority Black district. So majority Black district being disenfranchised in this way. And then everybody else that lives in that district too, they have a right as well.
A healthy majority.
Oh, go ahead, Jackson.
No, I was just saying it's a healthy majority. It's not like it's like a couple of percentage points over. It's very clear who's there.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah, absolutely. And also very clear in terms of who has access to making a difference economically or when it comes to the law. Can these people sue us? No, well, just use them as collateral.
Yeah, collateral damage, that's exactly what they are doing. And where has the governor been though through all of this? Because we've heard barely a word from the governor. Well, Governor Bill Lee says now is not the time. This headline right here, Tennessee governor says now's not the time to talk legislation in the wake of the Nashville school shooting. You know what, Governor, if now ain't the time, when is the time?
Right, exactly.
When is the time, brother?
Never. That's when the time is. Literally never.
Never. That's right. And it's so asinine too. Tennessee, y'all could do something about this. You should be ashamed of the members of the GOP of the legislature in both chambers, and you should be ashamed of this governor to fix his mouth, to quote grandma, to fix his mouth to say now is not the time. You got babies shot down, you got adults shot down, but now is not the time. When is the time, Governor? Jackson said it right. As far as y'all concerned, never.
Never. It's like saying I'm hungry. Now's not the time to be talking about getting a job, son.
Yeah.
Now's not the time to be talking about going to a restaurant. I know you're hungry, but solve that.
Now is not the time. And unfortunately, it seems like the state is really returning to its racist roots, and Representative Jones had put that out in his speech. The KKK was founded in Tennessee. Let me just walk y'all back down memory lane for folks who don't understand and realize what we're dealing with, that same spirit and that same essence is right there, strong, solidly strong in Tennessee right now today. A group included many former Confederate veterans founded the first branch of the KKK as a social club in Pulaski, Tennessee in 1865. In the summer of 1867, local branches of the Klan met in a general organizing convention and established what they called an invisible empire of the South. Leading Confederate General Nathan Bedford Forrest was chosen as the first leader or grand wizard of the Klan. He presided over a hierarchy of grand dragons, grand titans, and grand cyclopses. It was founded in the state of Tennessee. And at its peak, sisters and brothers and family and friends, at the peak of Klan membership in the 1920s, they boasted over 4 million members all across the country from different walks of life. They had professionals in there, they had people in law enforcement in there, in education in there, you name it. They were a member of the KKK all across the country. When I say all across the country, I mean some Northerners participated too. 4 million people at its height in 1920. So certainly what is happening right now in Tennessee is disappointing, but it should not be surprising. We will keep you posted on this story. Hopefully, both Representatives Pearson and Jones will be reinstated to that seat this week. But what we need to do is help them get reelected. They had phone calls. The Tennessee 3 had a call with the President of the United States of America. As we can see, the Vice President of America went down there as well. Let's see if they're gonna rock with them when it comes time to raise that money. Let's see if they're gonna share some lists with them when it comes time to raise that money for them to win those seats back again. Actions speak louder than words. Glad they had the call, glad the Vice President went there, but let's see what other kind of power they're gonna put behind ensuring that these young elected officials get their seats back and retain their seats. And by the way, the Department of Justice needs to step in here on these fools. They do, because we got a Republican governor, we got a Republican supermajority in the legislature. They threatening to cut funds from local communities if these former lawmakers are reinstated. So Department of Justice, that seems like intimidation to me. Federal government that gives the state money, you need to get in there and regulate these fools. That's what you need to do. This is a sin and a shame. And you know what, Jackson, I know we gotta move on. This is really reminding me of what happened in 1877 when the federal troops pulled out of the South. This is the reincarnation of that same type of spirit. Who the hell do they think they are threatening local funding when they have stripped away the voices of the people of those 2 districts, no matter what their ethnicity, race, or gender, or other identifying factors are? They took away their voice when they expelled those 2 members. And that is wrong all day long, 365 days of the year, and twice on Sunday. Federal government, you need to step in here and regulate these fools, especially on the grounds of them threatening local communities and threatening to take their money away. Something wrong with us, America. Something wrong with us, and we gotta make it right. Truth and reconciliation, which we never really had in this country. And that's why we still going through this foolishness and this mayhem